Hello, thank you for listening to the Fillet podcast. This is episode 176. I'm Grant Fierro here with Mike Medina and a
What up?
returning special guest, John Dilo.
You.
Got the Goyaki. Is that what we got to get the day
Yeah,
started?
look.
That's what's up.
I can never say that word. Everyone else can say it properly. I can't say
Goyaki.
that word.
Goyaki.
Goyaki.
There you go, Mike.
Like
There
a
you
free advertisement for Goyaki.
Yeah, we're plugging them hard.
Whoa.
ahead.
Pause.
So what's up, John? You're up in San Francisco right now for the weekend?
Yeah. I got here. When did I get here? I got here Friday. I got here
Okay.
Friday morning. Just staying at my friend Justin's house. Kind of on a filming mission for some new Adidas thing that they're working on.
Okay.
But
All right.
yeah, I seriously came up here to do like a specific trick.
Oh wow.
So-
Have you tried it yet? Or is that today?
What'd you say?
Have you gone and tried the trick yet? Or are you trying it today?
Yeah, I did it the first day, like right off the plane. I got really lucky.
Oh, sick.
So I've just been kind of like, I don't know,
Kicking it.
sore and sitting
Yeah.
since.
Yeah.
But,
That's probably a stress relief though. Get it
Oh,
first
yeah.
day.
yeah, no, it's kind of, it's like a confusing thing because I'm gonna have to keep backtracking. But pretty much, my friend Justin, you guys might have heard of him. His name's like on Instagram, it's Poobert.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's an Adidas filmer, and he like helped make away days and stuff. And we went on a trip together like early last year, or was it a year ago? I don't remember. We went on a trip together to like LA, and like that was when I met him. And then we skated and filmed some stuff. And he had like a vague idea of like wanting to make something, but I guess Adidas
Yeah.
wasn't like fully behind it yet because the most of us that he was skating with at the time were like flow dudes, you know. So, I guess recently, like a couple months ago, he got the green light from those guys to like make a video series for Thrasher,
Mhm.
and I don't think it has a name yet, and I don't even know if he has a date, like when this first episode would come out. But pretty much ever since then, he's been hitting me up to like come up here and skate and just try and get shit for it. And I was up here like earlier this month, or last month, October, the beginning,
Yeah.
and then I was here for like 4 days, and I tried this trick. Like, I don't even want to say the spot or anything because I'll just like
Yeah.
it'll kind of be obvious what I did.
Mhm.
Some famous spot up here. I like tried it and like kind of had it. It was like the last day, and I didn't have any boards left and stuff. And he was like, "All right, like you're gonna come back and do that before you go to Florida because I'm about to be in Florida for a while." Just for
Oh
a
yeah.
little. But yeah. So those dudes flew me up here just for this.
Wow. That's crazy.
Dude, that's
Were
so
you-
sick to like touch on what you were saying though. Like they kind of weren't backing it before, but now they've given you the green light. That's sick. Because I was kind of curious. Like, had you ever been in an Adidas video project before this?
No, I mean it's me and a lot of people that.
Yeah. But I mean,
Are
I feel like they're kind of trying to do that lately, especially with what's her name from Primitive and like Dante and like those dudes kind of trying to like get
Yeah.
like the other like the new wave, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I feel
Yeah,
like at this point, I think a lot of people, especially like fans of yours, associate you with those shoes. So I mean, and I feel like it works well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's cool for sure. I mean, they've like done all they could with like as far as like having our back. Like they've always helped us out with stuff, but yeah, for us to get like directly in a video, it's been hard because
Mm-hmm.
there's just so fucking many of us, and it's like
Yeah.
they don't know where to draw the line. You know what I mean?
Totally.
So
Absolutely.
It's cool though with Justin because he's like really pushing for us to like I don't know. He's like on the inside pushing like, hey,
Right.
these dudes are like the ones that we should like give some recognition because they're like working just as hard, you know.
Totally. Can you
That's
give us any information on who else is involved in it?
Niels, Bennett,
Very sick.
John Perez, Lil Dre is like a big part of it. This first episode's mostly like Lil Dre.
Yeah,
It's-
seems like
it's
Adidas
gonna
loves
be-
him.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the way it's been described to me is like each episode's kind of gonna be like in focus of a certain dude. Like
Oh,
it's-
okay.
they're not like main city edits. They're kind of just gonna be like we're gonna take trips and stuff, as far as
Mhm.
he's explained to me. But
I think that's a solid approach though, because it kind of gives you like a look into one specific dude, but still gives you a look at the whole like
yeah,
new
we all have
new.
trips.
Yeah, totally, exactly.
But it's like I think even like main dudes are in there. Like I think Dennis is in there. I think Miles
Fuck yeah.
and
Wow.
Mark have a trick or something.
That
So
sounds
it's like,
sick.
I think it's
Yeah.
really rad that they're involving you more because it's like I feel like your skill set is extremely unique to anyone else that's on the team. Like, sure that they have the big huckers, they have the rail guys, they have the tech ledge guys, they do have guys that do manuals, but I feel like your manuals are definitely fucking different. You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. People always like confuse me for Dennis whenever I go places. When my hair was shorter, now
That's funny.
But everybody's like, "Yeah, you're Dennis, right?" I'm like, no." It's really funny, but I think it's just the shoes that people always think that with.
Yeah.
That's funny. Was it how was it flying up there? Were you kind of thinking about the trick the whole flight, like stressing on it at all?
Not really stressing because I like knew I could do it, but it was
Yeah.
mostly like I just was prepared to like eat shit because it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like
So you were
it's a
hucking?
spot. Yeah, it's like a SF big spot that everybody knows
Fuck
about,
yeah.
but
That's
it's just
sick.
like I don't know. It's just one of those things where you like the first time I tried it, it was the most relieving one. Like going there the first time is when you're like, fuck, you know, because you don't even know how it's gonna be. And
Yeah.
you, like, the minute you open your mouth to say you want to check it out, you're like, well, I might as well brace myself to fucking jump down this thing. Yeah, the first time I tried it, I kind of knew I could do it. It was just like going prepared with like a new board and new shoes and shit. And
Yeah.
it ended
Right.
up working out. Like seriously, straight off the plane, we went to like 2 spots. We picked up some homies, and then we went like 30 minutes before dark. And I got really lucky and did it before it got dark. So
Wow. Sick. That's tight.
Yeah.
So you're there for the weekend and then you're off to Tampa for Tampa Am this week?
yeah, I leave. I like get back on Monday, and then I'm there for like only a couple hours, and then leave to Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Hectic. And you're staying, you said you're going to be there like a month or something?
Well, I stay. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Tampa for the week, and then
Mm-hmm.
I have a bunch of homies going home also. Like Pedro's going back home for a little bit. Like everybody's kind of just doing it because we all get like kind of free travel to Florida. So we're like, we might as well just like post up and see family and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
We're all just gonna be there and try and skate till like after Thanksgiving and then leave.
Sick. That's tight.
Yeah, that's my plan. Is just go till like Thanksgiving and then bounce.
Yeah. Do you have dudes that you'll film with out there?
Actually, my friend David's coming. He's also
Okay.
from Florida, but he's the one who's like made all my video parts and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's coming like the same time, so we're just gonna skate like the whole
He
time.
filmed the new Venture one, right? The new Awake part?
Yeah, he did.
Sick. That's tight. Yeah, I mean, so that obviously dropped this week. That was kind of the main thing that really got this going, to have you on here again.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, so what was the process like for that part?
It was so random because a lot of those tricks were like on this really random trip in Florida. My friend Tristan, this homie of mine that like lives in Tampa,
Mm-hmm.
we went on a trip and he had his VX. I was home for like some random reason, like for like a week. I think it was to like get my registration for my car or something. We
Yeah.
were going on a trip to Miami with some Tampa dudes, and they were just filming VX, and I got like that opening trick, the fakie frontside flip, and the switch frontside flip, and then the ledge line, like the 3 opening tricks I got
Yeah.
earlier this year. And then they were just VX, and I didn't have any other VX tricks, so I was like, oh, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but fuck, I'll figure it out. And then when I got back to Long Beach, my friend Ronnie Kessner, actually, you guys probably know who he is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He has a VX that works, so we were like, oh, can we just borrow your VX? And then me and Steak filmed like the rest of it with
Sick.
his VX, and then yeah, it just turned into a venture thing because we
Right.
figured it would be like, oh yeah, just short 2-minute thing, and we got it done like the beginning of summer, dude. And, like,
Oh, whoa.
so it's been sitting like that for a while, and then,
Yeah.
like June, and then those dudes, they were like, yeah, I got a photo too around the same time, that kickflip that turned out to be the ad, but
Mm-hmm.
that we shot that photo, and they were like, oh yeah, we want to lay out the ad, but we gotta like wait because it's like backed up or something. And I'm like, oh fuck, all right, whatever. And then it just kept snowballing into like longer and longer.
Yeah.
It's like funny that it actually is out now, because I feel like every week in the back of my mind I'd be like, oh, I wonder if that thing's coming out.
That's sick.
For seriously like 5 months I was just like, I wonder.
That's funny.
Yeah, but It's cool. Yeah, all those tricks are like filmed over fucking the beginning of the year, March, April.
Yeah. Do you usually have like a set trick list, or do you kind of just like to go out skating and figure stuff out?
Um, it's not like a trick list. I mean, I guess it depends what. It depends what. I have like tricks in the back of my mind, like always. I have like spots always that I want to go to and
Yeah.
trick ideas and like I'm always thinking of like new shit I can do. I try not to like. I mean, I'm probably the only one that even like pays attention this close to it, but it's like I always try to not have like repetitive tricks. Like if I film a video part, the next one I'll try and like not have the same tricks
Bag of
that were
tricks.
just like I'll alternate. I'll be like, okay, I just filmed that one. Like if it's something random, like a fakie hard flip. Like I don't really
Yeah.
do fakie hard flips, but it's like I can, and so I'll like film one, and then I'll be like, all right, for the next part, I'm not gonna like just do a fakie hard flip. I'll pick a different random trick that I know I can do,
Yeah. That makes
and then
sense.
there's
That's tight.
staple tricks that I love to have always, but it's like you know what I mean. Like I always try to
Yeah.
mix it up. Same with like weird manual ideas I have, which the hardest thing about that is like finding the spots because I'll come up with crazy ideas and I'm like, fuck, it doesn't even.
Yeah. I was tripping out in the new venture part that you did that roll off nose manny, nollie flip nose
Yeah.
manny, and then nollied up.
That
'Cause
was
I've skated that
nuts.
spot a few times, and like I don't think many people would go there and think of skating it like that.
Yeah, that situation was really funny because we went. It's in San Diego, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, we went all the way to San Diego, and like I think we went for something Ronnie wanted to skate. I want to say, and then his spot ended up being like we got kicked out or something, and then I was like, oh, let's go check this ledge spot, and the whole time I'm just thinking about like ledges. I'm like, oh yeah, cool ledge lines.
Yeah.
Got there, and then I don't know. I just was fucking around doing that like weird drop nose many thing, and I was like, oh, I can just. What about this? And I remember like my friend David was like, "What the fuck? Like, where are you even? What is this? Like, this isn't even a trick." And like, I mean, whatever. I don't know. It came out cool, but at the
Yeah.
time, like, funny asking somebody to film you do that because they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. That's that. Yeah, I think it's cool because I mean, like I said, most people wouldn't go to that spot and think that, especially because it's like a ledge that you could do ledge tricks into Manny there and go off the block, which
Yeah,
is how a lot of people skate it. So I just always think it's tight to skate a spot a little different for sure.
yeah. That's kind of what like I don't know. That shit like excites me more, even if I have like a really, if I like know for a fact I could do a trick, but it's like the more common way it's skated, I'll almost be
Yeah.
like bored of it before I even try it. I'm like, I don't know. I've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people skate it like this. I'd rather just try and like go backwards or something.
Yeah. That's sick. One thing that stood out to me, because I always love when people do this in parts, you had a couple tricks, like mirrored tricks. Like you had a line that was heel flip Manny back 180, and then you did it switch. And then I think there was one, like maybe Nollie 180 fakie manual flipped out, and then fakie or something like that.
Yeah, it was. I did like a. Yeah, I guess that was pretty similar. I didn't even realize that until you just said it. But I did like the Nollie 180 fakie manual and then fakie flipped out, and I did switch back 180 nose manual and then Nollie.
Okay. Yeah, so that was a little different, but I guess, yeah, kind of
Yeah,
similar.
but it was like a line and then a single.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I always like when people mirror tricks like that, like the heel flip manual back 180 and then do it switch single, like after a line. I think that looks sick.
yeah, I was psyched to do that. I thought it was like, it's because when we went there the first time when I filmed that line, uh, I do the half cab flip and then the heel flip manual. I like
Yeah.
tried to do the switch heel manual back 180 that same day, and I just like couldn't do it. And I remember I did switch heel manual, switch front shove, and that was originally in the edit for the longest time. Was
Uh-huh.
heel flip manual back 180, and then we had a switch heel manual, switch front shove in there. And every time I showed somebody the edit, like they were like, "Oh, you should have done the switch back 180." I was like, "Dude, I was trying," and I couldn't. And then they were like, "Oh, that sucks." So every time it was almost like people were bummed. So I was like, "Oh, I have to just go back and like do it.
Yeah,
Like, I
try
have
it.
to do it." It's like that's like what it's lacking. And I was like, if I'm gonna have to wait anyway, I might as well just like dedicate the time. So I
Yeah,
went
get it how
back
you want it.
with a different filmer and all the shit. Somebody who had a VX, and I was like, "All right, can you film me do this mail trick? Because like I just need to fucking satisfy people, I guess."
Yeah. Did
What
it end
else?
up taking a while the second time?
No, it seriously. I did it in like 2 minutes. The second
It's so weird how that works with skating. I feel like with manuals especially.
It was stupid because I was like really tired the first day. I think I was
Yeah.
like just not. And I remember I think I was. I think that was. I was skating like Foy's board by mistake or something. That shit would always happen when I was riding Deathwish boards. Like,
Oh, you'd grab his board like when you're leaving?
no, well, I would always, I would fucking mistakenly. No, Jamie has a shape at Baker Boys. Like, he has a shape, and it's like
Uh-huh.
the way it is over there is like they have a stack of like boards for like each rider or whatever, and then they
Mhm.
have like this Deathwish 8.5 that I was like riding at the time, and then sometimes the shit would get mixed up, and I remember one time I accidentally grabbed like a bunch of Jamie's boards, and the only difference, his board's at 8.5 also, but it's short. It's like really short,
Uh,
and I was like, I think that day I had Jamie's board on, and I was like, dude, I can't fucking do this trick with a short board. Yeah, I think that's why it was giving me trouble. Because when I went back, it was like when I was riding like the boards I'm riding now, which are like
uh-huh.
a shape that I'm used to. So I'm like, okay, cool,
Yeah.
I can just do it.
Yeah, it's weird how that stuff will mess you up.
Yeah.
Speaking of boards you're riding now, is it how long have you been getting Enjoy boards?
Like 6 months since like May.
Yeah.
Um,
How did that come about?
it's really random. I like pretty much this is another thing I would fucking I don't know how many people are actually gonna like absorb this information, but I like never skated for Deathwish. Everybody
Mhm.
out there, I get DMs like, dude, I get DMs like fucking 3 times a week asking me what happened with Deathwish or like
Yeah.
why I'm not on Deathwish
I
anymore.
remember seeing it in your comments a few different times and being like, dude,
Dude,
Jesus Christ.
it's so annoying because like those dudes are probably so over it too because kids would just tag them in a ton of things. Like
Uh-huh.
anytime I would post something or whatever, they'd just tag them like Deathwish fucked up or whatever. I'm like, dude, what do you mean? Like they were just helping me, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty much like that whole thing with I was riding pizza boards or whatever, and then that fell through, and then I like they were just like what was said to me was like they felt they took on more than they could handle, and it's completely understandable. They're like a small brand,
Totally.
and like
Mhm.
you know, like everybody goes through that, and there's no, dude, I'm fucking 24, like I can handle bad news. It's whatever, so I'm just like yeah, dude, whatever. So, I was just writing. I think Jamie was giving me boards for a second, just because like I didn't have boards, and then Andrew noticed that I like didn't have boards, and then Andrew was like, yeah, like if you ever need anything from like if you need boards, like just feel free to take whatever like you need, you know. And like it wasn't ever really like oh like he's getting hooked up or something. It was just like I'm
Yeah.
you know like
You're just
Mhm.
looking out.
it's like they're all my friends and they want me to skate, they want me to like continue to do what I'm doing. Like I was filming the recruit, I was like filming that thrasher part, like there was things that I like needed to finish, and they weren't
Mhm.
just gonna be like oh you don't have boards, that sucks, you know, like
Yeah.
um yeah, pretty much that's what that whole thing was the whole time. And then what happened with oh what happened with Enjoy was I was at an Adidas event. I mean, they did like DOS days or
Mhm.
whatever
Mhm.
in LA, and I think my Thrasher part that came out earlier this year. It was like the week that it came out, like the day it came out. I want to say. And Cairo Foster works for Adidas now. I don't know
Mhm.
if you guys know that.
That's kind of what I figured, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny because
Mhm.
I mean I don't even know Cairo too well, but like we met like a couple years ago probably, but I saw him there and he was like asking me like about the part and whatever, and then he brought up like oh like who are you getting boards from, and I was like I mean I just get like boards from homies like Deathwish, like they just give me boards because you know it's like I'm the homie and shit. He's like oh like I don't know if you'd be interested, but like I could see what's up, like I could talk to Louis. I don't know, like I can't promise anything, but I don't really know where they're at and shit. And I was like, I mean, yeah, dude, that's cool. I fucking love Enjoy, you know, like who
Yeah.
does? So I was just like,
Right.
yeah, whatever, you know. And I kind of didn't think anything was gonna happen. Like I sort of just left it at that, and I was like, ah, like that's kind of, I don't know. I just figured it was just gonna be one of those things that didn't actually get spoken about. And
Yeah.
Mhm.
uh, I actually ended up hearing back from Louis, and then he like emailed me and was like, hey, here's my number, like text me, like I'd want to talk to you or whatever. And I was like, what the hell?
That's
So I
crazy.
was like, what? Like that's crazy. So just fucking get Louis Barlow's phone number, and then I hit him up, and then we were just talking, and it's like I didn't really know what to expect because I was like, damn, is he like really the type of dude that like you see on camera and stuff, you know, like I don't know, some people it's like they have a business side and then like a camera,
Yeah.
you know, like
Mhm.
who they are on, you know, in videos and stuff. And I didn't know what to expect. And then he was texting me like these funny ass questions. He was like, he's like, hey, so he was asking some serious shit in the beginning. He's like, so what do you want out of skating, all this and that? And then he was like, what size board do you ride? And I was like an 8.5. And he's like, do you like girls? I was like, what? Yeah. And he's just like, you like to party? I was like, for sure. Like, why not? And he's like, all right, man, you're hired. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever that means. And then he like laid on me like the whole thing with like Enzo, and then yeah, he got serious after that and like gave me like a real answer. But it was just funny, like seeing him. I was like, just hearing him fucking say funny shit was just sick. But yeah, pretty much we just left it at that. Like, yeah, we can give you boards and like see what happens. But like he pretty much told me like for the rest of this year, it's like about Enzo and Diedrich. And I was like, yeah, dude, for sure. Like, I don't expect like you guys to just drop everything for someone like me, you know? Like these
Yeah,
are dudes. So fucking, I don't
that's
even know
tight.
anybody. So I was like, I don't expect this to fucking escalate overnight. Like, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's been cool. I've been like hanging out with Diedrich a lot and like getting to know those guys, and they've just been way more friendly than a lot of other people like on teams that I've like met before. You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. That's
they're
good.
really, really like welcoming and actually friendly people, which is super sick.
That's rad.
that's tight. That dude Diedrich skating is so sick.
Yeah, dude, he's unreal. He's the shit. I never even met him before, like the other day, like 2 weeks ago at Enzo's pro thing. He like flew in, and
Yeah,
I'd never met him before, and he was just super friendly and just like, oh, like I know you. Oh, you want to come play pool? And I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then we just like skated every day for like a week. And I was like,
that's what's up.
fucking animal. He's so good at skating, and he just like embodies enjoy so perfectly. Like he's
Yeah,
just
he does.
all smiles and like unique, cool tricks, and like skates fast, and he's just sick.
Yeah, he skates crazy stuff. I saw on Instagram at I don't know what park it is, but there's a quarter pipe that has like a hole in it, and he like
Mm-hmm.
grinded around that. It was
Yeah,
so
Oh,
crazy.
that was so sick. I know
That was
exactly what
so
clip you're
tight.
talking about. Yeah.
yeah. See, that's just some shit. He'll just like do shit like that, like
That is
without
like some
cameras, without
enjoy
anything.
shit right there.
Yeah,
It really is.
he's awesome. He's like he's just all smiles and like laughing and just doing gnarly shit.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, he's the shit. He's been staying
I
in Long
hope
Beach.
I hope this works out for you, dude. That's fucking sick. I'm glad that like everything's like good vibes over there.
Yeah, dude. I mean, everything's cool. I'm like, I don't know. I'm never really like stressing out. I kind of just
I know, but I
want to
feel like
skate.
you're one of those dudes that like everyone and their mom is like, how the fuck does this guy not have a board sponsor yet?
Yeah, I don't. That's like one of those things that just it gets said once by one person and then it just blows.
Oh yeah.
Gets blown out of proportion. Like I
Yeah.
don't even know who said it first, but like that's just kind of the way that shit goes. Like we could say some shit in front of a huge audience of people. You could be like, "Oh, the sky's fucking red," and then everybody's just gonna start saying the sky's red. But like that's just I don't know. People just love chiming.
Yeah.
They hear some other guy say it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's also like, I mean, even if you look at your video parts, like a lot of kids commenting on it are like, why is this dude not pro? And that's, I mean, that might be like weird for you to hear, but that's like really because they're watching you skate and they think that you skate like a pro and that you put out a lot of footage.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's a given though,
I don't know.
right?
Pros being a pro skater is just kind of like it's it's like it's just a label. It's like
Yeah.
being like, oh, are we girlfriend and boyfriend? Does it matter? Like, does it matter? Like, I don't know. That's kind of the way I see it. It's just like, dude, it's just like it's just like a word you can like stamp on somebody. It's like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like there's a big part of skating. There's like a big part of pro skaters out there, new age like today's pro skaters that don't make any money. Like there's not like a big like it's not like your life's gonna change. Like it's just a label that eventually maybe possibly if you work hard will get slapped on you. And it's like, yeah, cool other opportunities can come and shit. And it's obviously something like everybody that works toward would like to get to that point someday. Like I've seen all my friends work so hard and like a lot of them have overcome it and shit and it's
Yeah.
really fucking cool, but it's not like something I'm gonna it's skateboarding, dude. Like I'm not gonna like sit here and
Yeah. You're
cry
not
about
worried about
it
it.
or
You're
something. Like
just
I don't
skating.
care. Like I just want
Yeah.
to skate, and if I still have like opportunity to do that and support to do that, like I don't fucking care. I go on trips like on my own, like I
Yeah.
don't need to. I don't know. I don't like depend on other people inviting me or whatever. I don't really care.
Yeah. Well, I think it's cool too when dudes are down to just like go on a trip without the support of a company. Obviously, it's nice to have a brand send you on a trip, but it's sick. And I think to an extent, like kids see that on the internet, like on Instagram and whatever. And to me, it's tight. It's like those dudes are doing like what anyone can do. Anyone that has a job that like has some vacation days could like go on a skate trip for a
Yeah,
week
for
or
sure.
whatever.
It's
You know,
like
like
you can
anyone
make
can do that.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like all I want to do anyway is just skate with my friends because that's like when you skate best and like
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, for
for
sure,
sure.
for sure.
that's like why I do as much as I do. I feel like because I don't surround myself with people that make me uncomfortable. I'm just constantly with people that I want to skate with. So it's like you're just gonna do everything. Every day is just like fun and normal.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Pressure
That's
of trying to please people or something.
yeah, yeah, that's the best. I wanted to touch on real quick the ender from your new part. Switch up over the table to switch Manny
Jeez.
because that's so crazy. We have to talk about it. Um, how did that come about? What made you think of trying that?
Um, I feel like I've thought about trying it for like a really long time, but I just
Hmm.
kind of never knew if I don't know. I didn't want to like drag a filmer there and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna try this," and then just look really stupid. That's like my biggest fear with doing something like coming up with a manual idea. Is I'm like, all right, how do I pitch this? Like, how do I not sound insane? Like, because I'll come up with an idea and then I won't know of a spot, but I'm like, fuck, dude, like, how do I
Yeah,
how do I do this? Because dude, the funniest thing with that trick was every filmer was like, you want to fucking end it with like some fucking sweaters on the ground?
that's what I was gonna ask
I'm
about.
like, dude, I don't like. There's no other. I don't have an alternative. The spot doesn't exist that I want. Like, if
Yeah,
I want to go over something the size of a table and then manual and what go off a curb, like sure, I could do that. Or go up a curb that doesn't exist either. So it's like, I don't know. But uh, I think what gave me like the confidence to go do it, like the point where I knew I could do it was after the recruit. I did the switch ollie, switch manual over the
Mhm.
table in the park, and that picnic table. I don't know if you guys have been to the barracks, but that picnic table is like bigger than regular schoolyard tables.
yeah, it is.
So when I was like doing that, I was like, oh okay, like if I can switch ollie, switch manual like over this taller table, like I could probably like switch flip over a smaller one and then just
Hmm.
like hope I just manually, obviously it'd be harder because I'm like flipping and whatever, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, that was what gave me the like, because right after that I was like, okay, cool, like that satisfies me too, because it's like cool, I get this park thing out, and then I do like this, what everybody else is gonna see as like, oh, they've never seen it before, but then to me it's like a stepping stone to what I really wanted to do.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, cool. Like people will think this is like cool or whatever, but then I like have this one on the back burner that I'm gonna like obsess over, like in the streets. Like that was what was important to me. Was I was like, all right, I'm gonna save the cool one for like
the
an
schoolyard.
actual spot.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So,
that's sick.
um,
Were those sweaters? Did you like bring a sweatshirt or something,
no,
or
no,
did
no,
you like
no.
find them out of school?
So the first time I went and tried that trick, I went to like 2 or 3 different table schools to try it, and the first time I tried it was this school. I'm trying to think what's there. It's like that school that I think JK's in the Deathwish part he'd like 50/50s a handicap rail and then back heels over a table.
Yeah.
And there's like a manual pad up there. You hit the ledge and then you drop to Manny and you pop off the loading dock or whatever.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like that was the first school I tried it at, and that was when we went there and I was like, fuck, I want to do this trick, but I don't know how the fuck to end it. And me and my friend David were going back and forth, and he was like, oh, just like pop over there was like a gutter on the ground, or like a sewer cap. He was like, oh, just
Yeah.
like end over there. And I was like, nah, like you're not even gonna be able to see that. Like I could just clip that and it's like not even gonna
Do the
matter.
same
I was
thing.
like, I
Yeah.
want something that's like gonna be off the ground, you know what I mean? So like
Hmm.
you could
Mhm.
actually see that you have to go over it. You don't have an option. So I was like, I threw a bunch of sweaters on the ground the first day, and he was like, "Oh, this is gonna look stupid. Like sweaters, like this is just gonna look dumb." And I'm like, "Whatever, dude." So uh, the hardest thing I didn't even consider was fucking speed. And that day I realized
Uh,
because I tried it for like 2 or 3 hours, and I like couldn't. I would just get wheel bite. I would switch with the table and die. Like go as fast as I
that
could,
sucks.
try and manual, and then just like get wheel bite and eat shit. And I was like, dude, I don't even I don't even know what to do. I was like, I just need more speed. I need like something to like, because then but after like 20 tries, you're dead, and you're just
Yeah.
still trying it, and then you're just doing shitty switch flips, and you're actually eating shit. You're like landing primo and like all this dumb shit. So I was like, all right, I just need a better school to do this at. And then that's when I realized that Aragon school, you know, the one where
Mhm.
people skate the table into the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one I ended up doing it at, and I just like
Okay.
fully would drop in the hill, and I was like, all right,
Oh,
perfect.
gnarly.
I would just like drop in from the top and then switch with the table, and then it was so much easier because I could just have speed and I wouldn't have to use any of my energy to like
Yeah,
hook at
without
it and
running
shit.
and pushing.
And then
Yeah.
yeah, the day I ended up doing it, it was with my friend Bobby because my friend David was out of town. He was like on the East Coast or whatever, but it was super random. We went like right before dark. We went like maybe like an hour before dark, and it ended up working out in like 20 minutes or something. It like wasn't long.
No
It was
shit.
weird. Yeah, it was weird.
It's
'Cause,
so weird how that would
Yeah,
happen.
that's wild.
I like didn't, and I remember that was the first day I skated an enjoy board. Was doing that trick.
Oh, really?
That was the
Oh, that's
first trick
That's
on an
the
enjoy board in that whole thing. I think that's the only trick in the whole thing that's on an enjoy board.
that's
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember being like, "Whoa, that was cool," and it was one of those impact boards too. So I like knew my board wasn't gonna break. I was like, "All right,
That's
like,
nice.
if there's a time I'm gonna do it, it's like with one of these boards because my board will not
Yeah.
break."
Yeah. Wow. Did you break other boards trying that trick too?
No, but they would just chip like crazy. Like if what would happen is I would hit on the way up, and then it would
Yeah.
kind of paddle to this, and it would just instantly like
Just
nosedive,
nosedive.
and then
Yeah.
I would land back on it, like almost stepping in the
Oh.
truck, like pile driving it into the ground, and then
Oh,
my
Uh-huh.
nose would just be completely folded back, like a brand new board. I'm
That
just
sucks.
fucker, dude.
Yeah, and then you're just skating that thing trying the trick, and your
Yeah,
board's
and
just
it's like you went there with a
destroyed.
new board, and then 3 tries in, you did one bad switch flip, and it was just like, boom, boom, folded
It's the
back.
worst.
So great.
How much faster would you say? Like, are you going like pretty uncomfortably fast for it? Like, you're going a lot faster than you would just to switch flip it.
Yeah, yeah, you have to go like so fast to the point where you just have to commit every time. Like you don't really,
Yeah.
like you're just, dude. The day I tried it in the first schoolyard, it was funny because there was other kids in the school like just kicking it, like watching us skate the table, and they had no idea what I was trying, dude. They definitely didn't have any idea, and they were just watching me switch flip this table probably like 150 times. Like I just kept doing it, and they were like every time they would clap, you know, in the beginning, like, oh, he's killing it. And then it just became like, they were like, what the fuck? Like, what is he doing, you know?
Yeah. Wow.
But
That's crazy.
yeah, the first day was brutal because I just was like drill running switch flips. I was like so sore the next day. I was like, dude, I don't think I could like do that many switch flips on a table ever again. Like that was fucked. But the second day wasn't as bad because I just kind of got into manuals instantly.
Yeah, that makes sense. It was funny. I was thinking when I watched it, it made me think at this point, obviously, every time I hear the term switch flip, switch manny, I think of Chris. And then I was thinking how funny it would be, like how Chris has his like 4.5 hour loop on YouTube. Like if like a kid downloaded your clip and just looped it forever.
It'd be so funny. I wonder if Chris even saw it, dude, because kids kept tagging him, but like he doesn't like react to anybody.
Yeah, I bet he did. He probably just doesn't want anyone to know.
of course he did, man. He sees everything.
He always
He strikes
mentions.
me as somebody who's probably not on Instagram that often. I don't know why. He just doesn't seem like the type of guy. Like,
Yeah, I hear you, but I also feel like he just doesn't. Kind of like you said, he doesn't react. Like he just won't say anything. Like even when him and Wecking Ball used to do funny stuff, like Chris wouldn't ever respond to Weck or like tack. Like he would just do his own thing and just let it be seen.
yeah, that's pretty
Which
funny.
is funny.
But
Yeah,
I
which
didn't even
is
think
funny.
about that at the time. I didn't think like people would just instantly think of Chris when they think of, like the fact that I just did a switch full manual because I was like, I mean,
Yeah, like when I watch it, it's like a completely different trick basically. But when you hear someone say like the switch flip switch manny, then it's like immediately my brain just goes to Chris because that's what he likes to talk about.
yeah, right.
which is
It worked in my
great.
favor because Chris likes to talk about it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's tight. All right. Well, Mike, anything else?
No, not much. I think we covered
Yeah,
everything,
We
right?
covered it all.
I
Yeah.
think we're updated right now.
Yeah, we got our update. It's probably been like about a year since you were on here last time.
Yeah, dude, I don't remember when.
Wasn't it for Adventure Part last time? No.
It was for
Or-
Sickhead,
Oh yeah, duh, for
Oh
sure.
yeah, dude, that
which I
was.
think was like last fall.
It was
Yeah.
like September or something.
Sick.
That's sick, dude. We get our like annual John Dilo update.
That's what's
Well,
up.
dude,
All
yeah,
right.
man, shit. You guys aren't gonna talk about whatever else is going on. I think Evans Park came out. I don't remember.
We kind of
Evans
like
did.
already, yeah. We do it on Wednesdays, so it's kind of like if we do it now and everything else were to like happen throughout the week, it's kind of like
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
all like, yeah, it's all fucking.
It's like
Yeah.
not a
when you-
ton has
all that shit.
not a ton has
Yeah.
happened since our last show. So we're
Mhm.
like, oh, we'll just talk about your part, talk with you, and then probably just do another one.
Why you want to talk about Evan? We can talk.
Yeah, we
about
could do
Evan.
that though if you
That
want
sounds great.
to.
I don't, dude. Yeah, I don't
Actually, you
care.
know
I
what?
thought
Fuck it.
you-
We're in November. John, who's your Saudi pick?
For what, November?
No, in general.
Oh, you're saying it for this year. I was
Yep.
like, November. What are you
I know
talking-
we're missing parts still. I
Um,
know we still got shit that's scheduled to come out,
Uh,
but we like to speculate on this show, man.
Yeah. I mean, I think Zion is just gonna
Fuck
win,
yeah.
but that's just because like all the hype seems to be going there. I mean, that's my fucking boy. I would love that.
Yeah.
But like, I like what Evan's been doing a lot. And
Yeah.
I feel like Evan's like due for it.
hmm
Like not Zion. If you're watching this, I'm sorry, but it's not like you. It's not at all like you. It's almost like Evan's been here like doing this shit for so long, dude, and it's like for him to be in this window of like, all right, he's got the cover. He's had like multiple interviews. He went on King of the Road and they won.
And he was
MVP.
MVP.
Part was like undeniably like it was
Fire.
like, my favorite part in that video.
Yeah.
And it
For
was
sure.
a lot of footage. It was like 7
And you
minutes.
didn't know what the fuck was coming. His bag of tricks is insane. Like,
Yeah.
cool, yeah, you're gonna get some wall rides, but you don't know what else.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, dude, he did like a fucking heel flip body varial like
Yep.
backside.
Blasted
up to
it, too.
bench.
Blasted
I
that
don't
shit.
know if it was regular or switch. I don't even. Either way, it's fucking crazy. But
I think it was Switch, actually.
yeah, dude, he's a psycho. He's like
Yep.
the best skater on earth.
Yep.
So, I mean,
And watching him 540 shit is just so, like, pleasing. Like,
Yeah,
that will
right.
never get old.
Street 540s.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
like,
anyone else? Did either of you the first angle of that 540? Did you think he was coming back into the little ramp?
I thought he was going back in.
Yeah, I thought he was, but I think I'd already seen the sequence in.
Oh, really?
Knew, but I was like, wait, is this like a secret? Like nobody. Knew.
At the premiere, the whole row, like everyone I was with, we all thought he was coming back in, and then like he lands on the ground, and we were all like, "Wait, what?" Like our minds already like imagined him
That'd be
Yep.
crazy.
back into the ramp. I mean,
And that's
still
one
crazy.
of the craziest enders I've ever seen in my life, man.
Dude, you know it's insane too. Last week I wasn't there, but John, I think you were at that Cherry Hill Bomb Halloween
Mhm.
situation. He 540'd over that car.
Yeah, I watched him do that. That shit was insane.
That's so wild. But he had like a backpack on.
Mhm. I don't know what he was dressed as, but he can just 540 like on command. I don't.
Yeah, I guess that's just a trick
Yeah.
that he has at this point.
Yeah, dude.
That
I
is
mean, yeah,
weird.
there's a jump ramp probably pretty similar to that one that he did it on too.
Yeah. That thing in Barcelona looks crazy though because it's so skinny.
Yeah,
You
man.
could like just grind up it.
Yeah. or
Yep.
just
And like
shoot
the
out.
boost that it like gives you just by being that vertical is kind of wild. Like it just blasts you up in general.
I'd like to know why that thing's even there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
What even is it?
It's not like
What
a
is it? Like just
It's
pretty
just a little ramp.
European architecture, I suppose.
Yeah, I thought it would be like a fucking something you lock your bike to or
A
something.
bike
It's not
rack, yeah,
at
for
all.
sure.
It's not even that. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I feel like that's the closest thing to it, but it's not. Like it's just a little ramp. That's so
I'm trying
random.
to think what else just came out. Oh, that Stephen Lawyer part came out too. That shit was.
Well, you like that? You like the flippy body sex changey things?
I mean, I just remember a time where I know what that dude's capable of. I think
Yep.
he's just kind of doing all that shit because like people sort of expect him to.
John, I
feel
said
like-
this exact same thing on Wednesday, man.
Oh
I
yeah, you
swear
guys
to
already
God.
spoke about this.
I swear to God, I said the same thing. I said the same thing. Like, I remember the Welcome to Skate Mafia part where he does tray flip nose grinds with bucket hats on.
Yeah, I've been a
Chef
fan of-
Dog's 4,
the
dude.
Chef
Bang,
Dog,
he's got the
yeah.
ender. Yeah.
So and there's like a little bit of it in there. Like he has.
I
like, some
agree.
jokes but he just goes a little overboard for me. But it's not like he's fucking
whack
know, he's
because
doing his thing.
kickflip front
Clearly it works,
feebles.
I guess. So.
Yeah, kickflip front feebles down handrails are not whack. That shit is
I'm
sick.
pretty sure that's the same rail. I think Jamie did that.
Yeah, Jamie did do that.
Yeah, he kicked front feeble and kicked with front Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, somebody else just kicked front Smith did too. I was like, damn, these fools.
Oh, really?
They don't even know.
They don't even know.
I think
But
that dude on
Jamie
sand.
says so much footage.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Forget.
Jamie's just got so much shit. It's insane.
Yeah, dude. That fool's, he's another one who's like, dude, he's got a VX part coming out also. I don't know when, but it's crazy.
You've seen it already?
Imagine.
Mm-hmm. It's like
Oh
I
my.
live with the homie Kalen who like films everything of Jamie.
I think you lived with him last time we talked.
Yeah. He wasn't home at the
Sick.
time. He moved out. He lives with Zion now, but
Gotcha.
I live with Pedro though. So Pedro like swapped out. So we got a new
Oh, that's
guy who's just crazy.
That's right. And you already like knew Pedro from back home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sick.
perfect.
That's
Yeah,
another fucking psychopath. What's it like living with him? How do you go look for spots with Pedro? Please tell me.
Pedro does his own thing. Everybody's like kind of on their own schedules lately. Me and Pedro,
That's right.
because we're both kind of like bouncing around a lot. We're both always gone. Like Pedro's always gone. Like he'll come home for like a day and then like drop his stuff, take a shower, and then come back out and grab his stuff again. He's like, all right, I'm gone. Like I'm leaving. We're like, what? Where are you going? Like China. Okay, bye. Like, he's constantly going. It's cool. It's sick. I'm so psyched.
Who's sending him on trips, Vans?
I think so. He does.
Yeah.
He's been going on a lot of Vans stuff. Vans
Yeah.
like, I think they're doing something kind of similar to what Adidas is doing, honestly, where they're kind of just working with a lot of the like certain like select flow dudes that they want to take on trips with. They've
Kinda, like,
all been
takes
going
the
on
next
like flow
level.
trips together, like
Right.
Justin Henry,
Yeah.
Cater, Henry Garland, like
Yeah, I think all those dudes went to New York for that
yeah.
that like Thrasher deathmatch thing, and then there was like that
Yeah.
Hardy's event that Cater was skating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's tight. It's rad to see. I love when trips or when companies send a lot of the like up and coming and
Yeah, that's
flowish
my
dudes like
favorite.
on trips.
That's my favorite, especially
It's
in like
tight.
in today's day and age where we get so much content and shit. Like, cool, give us the new guys, man. You know what I mean? I love that. I think that's rad, especially like dudes that we kind of are familiar with.
Because it's like hard because they don't. It's like they don't have. It's like they don't know where the line is to be drawn anymore. Because now it's like the way like certain dudes at Adidas have explained to me is there's like an A, B, C, and D like flow team. Like
Makes
literally,
sense.
like
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, the fact that it goes that many categories
That's
is
gnarly.
insane. But but it's not that insane because if you think about it, there's like 3 major companies running everything right now.
Yeah.
I guess 4 if you count like I don't know, like DC, but or Vans, I guess you could say. I was thinking Nike, Converse, Adidas, but whatever. It's like they all need this like subdivision type hierarchy going on because it's like otherwise everybody's just like, what are they going to do? If they just had only like an A-list flow team on their radar and nobody else could get shoes, it would be like, all right, then some really, really good skaters out there would have to just buy shoes.
Yeah.
It's just crazy because everybody's good and it's like, it's just fucked. So
I mean, the teams and the outreach is so fucking massive that it has to be categorized, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's like they can't put everybody on. You know what I mean? Like you seriously need to like rise above like even the like it's beyond being good. It's like you need to be like exactly what they're looking for, and it's like luck. It's like you're literally winning like you're a lottery ticket or something.
Yeah, it really is. There's so many good skaters. It's like, and then there's just dudes that have like maybe it's like their personality in a video. Or you just anything like that can kind of just boost them or make them like a little more marketable or whatever, and the company will run with that dude over everyone else.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's crazy, but it's like they can only do so much. Even if we're talking about these huge companies, but it's like they have a limit too, you know? They only have so much budget.
It's just hard for them, I feel like, to know where the line is drawn because they don't want a 150 people team, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm sure they could, honestly, like Adidas or Nike, they could probably pay all these flow guys like nothing in comparison to other dudes and like claim that they're on the team if they wanted. But it's like that's not even the look that I don't think these companies want. They don't want like that many dudes, you know. Especially I feel like with Adidas, they don't like the whole like how Nike is where they have like 50 people on their roster. They just want like their guys, like however,
Selective.
like 25 dudes or something.
Yeah. Which is cool. I think it kind of gives a little more identity or like image to the company.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely like they aren't just like bagging up dudes just because they're
Good.
flavor of the week, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
which is
true
like
for sure.
respectable, but it's just
Yeah.
makes it that much more exclusive for dudes, any one of us to even like go on a trip or anything, you know. But I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not complaining at all. I'm psyched that I just came up here to skate with
Yeah.
friends and shit, so I'm
That's
not
what's
complaining
up.
at all. Fucking,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
It
having
seems like
fun.
they're already starting to take care of you. So I mean, shit. Just I feel like if you keep doing what you're doing, there's no way they're not gonna like support that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they've always been cool with me. It's just one thing they've always like put over my head is like board sponsored situation. That's like always been the only thing that's come up whenever I talk to them about anything. Is
Hmm.
they like do all they can for me as far as like they can because I don't have other support that's like legitimate yet, and they don't know where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? I could end up on a company like tomorrow that they don't like, and then
Right.
change everything. So,
Well, that seems
what-
pretty perfect then that it was kind of Cairo that helped the
Agree.
Enjoy thing come about since he's with Adidas, so it's someone
mhm.
from Adidas that's kind of going to be psyched that you're on Enjoy if that ends up really being where your home is.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, and they have dudes like Nestor also, and
Yeah,
like
there's
I
other
already know
dudes
they like
there.
support, and
Yeah.
as far as like that whole thing, it's funny we were talking about this earlier, but it's like Enzo kind of just started getting Adidas like pretty recently, and
Hmm.
then now he's pro, and so like and Adidas is like I've been skating for Adidas so long, and I'm almost I'm someone that they like I would think take priority over him at the time, and where it's so weird because he's like pro flow, and then I'm like being taken places with them and shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is like backwards, like
Yeah, it's
like he's
it's
just barely
crazy.
getting taken care of, and then like they're like catering to me, but then I don't have any. Like it's so weird, like the whole thing.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like we talked about this on our show the other day, really about board companies and how, I mean, there's obviously a ton of board companies. There's dudes starting board companies all the time, but it's like there's also so many good dudes that don't get boards from anybody that
Yeah.
can't get put on a board sponsor, and it's like
Hmm.
it's just crazy. It's like there's all these companies, and there's people saying that maybe there's too many companies, or like why does this dude have to start a brand? But at the same time, I mean, obviously, it really depends like how all these brands end up doing. But there's also so many dudes that rip that do everything they can do to really make it in skating that aren't getting boards.
Yeah.
A
It's
lot of
definitely
dudes.
Yeah,
crazy, dude. It's crazy also seeing like it's the same thing with shoes. People like there's fucked up dudes out there that like okay, Circa goes out of business, DVS goes out of business, like, and then those dudes are just left like some of them fucking buy shoes or something. You know what I mean? Like they
yeah,
straight up just buy like they. It's crazy that companies are even turning down people like, oh yeah, we don't want you in our stuff, or like we don't want you riding our shit. Like the fact that today's gotten to that point because it used to be so like, oh yeah, like even if they don't fuck with you, they'll send you shit and they'll just like
yeah.
free advertise. They'll milk the shit out of that, you know? Like, I mean,
Hmm.
that's just a business perspective. But now it's like companies don't even want that. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And but with the whole
it's
board
wild.
company thing, I see it more like as a benefit to skating. It's like coming more natural for skating with how many skaters there are. It's like we need that many board companies, and as for certain dudes to even be able to be called a skater, because there's people that are so fucked up good, but like would never be anything if it wasn't for this company starting, that company starting. Like think about
Yeah.
dudes on 917 or something. Like I don't even
Hmm.
know that much about any of those guys, but some of them are pro, and other
Hmm.
people are psyched, and I'm sure they're good skaters, and it's like they probably wouldn't be pro right now if it wasn't for that company existing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really
yeah,
good
you're right.
example, actually.
Like like I can't even think off the top of my head of someone that just recently went pro for them, but I know they're turning people pro, and it's like, all right, like Alex Olson would have been on what Girl, and then I doubt Girl would have put all those dudes on, or like if
Yeah,
he was like,
For
hey, these
sure.
are my homies, like they're sick, they'd have been like, cool, we'll give them boards, and then that's that. Like
yeah,
it's cool that
yeah. It
people,
creates opportunities for people that
yeah,
deserve
I
it.
think that's more
Absolutely.
important than anything, because like, dude, everybody's struggling. It's not like no one's making money skating anymore. Like it's just that era is gone. Like you can't. I was actually talking to Louis about this like a week or so ago when we were together. He was like, dude, I remember when if you had a pro shoe like you'd be able to like take a loan out and get a fucking house. Now it's like doesn't even matter. Like that's not even in the cards anymore. Like
Yeah.
to be that type of, like
Yeah, it's very
a pro
selective. Like
shoe.
the dudes that are, yeah, I mean, even a pro shoe, like that's just not even a at all common thing anymore. First
Yeah,
of
not
all,
even close. Not with like big companies, but
yeah,
if you had a pro shoe on Etnies or something, you're not gonna fucking like probably buy a house off that or something.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you need the support of other sponsors. But he was just saying how different it used to be. Now
hmm
it's like everybody's just struggling, so it's like you can't really complain. It's not like
oh, for sure, yeah,
eating, like it's not like half the room's fucking sitting pretty and then your half's shit. It's like 90-10.
yeah, for sure, for sure. All
But
right, well,
the way it is.
yeah, that is
Boys,
just the way it
thanks
is.
for having me
That's
again.
changing. Yeah, for sure. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming
of
on, John.
course.
Yeah, I think I hear somebody's alarm going off, so we're probably gonna end up going skating here in a little bit. But
Sick. Have fun up there.
yeah, dudes, you guys skating today or what?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
It's freezing outside here and raining.
Oh wow.
LA's nice, so I don't know.
You got
Do some
Yeah,
cool stuff
I'm
and
right
then get in the
outside
streets.
Chicago, bro.
Damn, dude. Well, get to that indoor park then if it's
I
raining.
am. Oh, I am.
Sick, dudes. Well, I'm sure I'll see you around, Grant, and
Yeah, for
you guys have
sure.
a good one. So,
Yeah.
All
I'll
right,
be
John.
out
Have a
there
good
in
time out in Florida.
January.
oh, sick.
Yeah, for
What's
sure.
up?
If
We'll
I'm
go have a
around,
beer.
I'm sure I'll see you Cherry Park or something.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
All right,
All
boys.
right. Have a good one, guys. Later,
Later.
John. Thank you.
Enjoy your day, John.
Peace.
Yeah, late.